All right, all right. Welcome back to the Brown Balls podcast. Can you know how you doing, man?
Feel good, bro. Feel good. Lakers are 1-0. Life's good, my man. I can't say
Yeah,
anything.
1-0, 1-0. Here we go. Let's start there. So obviously we had a very huge playoff weekend. I think last time we left you guys, we were talking about the play-in tournaments. Pretty much from there, I think Hornets got knocked out or got their butts kicked, and so did the Warriors. So they did not make it to the playoffs. We of course got to start off with the Lakers. Starting off 1-0 against the Rockets. 20 minutes before the game, Kevin Durant is out, which is surprising to everybody. I think even the Rockets were not ready for that kind of news. Talking to it, man, Luke Kennard came up clutch, 27 points, 5 of 5. The good sign is that this is the only player that we have acquired in the last 2 years that you were not hyped about that has
I was hyped.
to his potential.
I was hyped.
But
No,
you
I
were
was.
way hyped about
I told
everybody
you,
else.
we didn't shoot it.
DeAndre
No.
Ayton is gonna be,
Take
and
that
then
back.
Marcus Smart. So I'm glad that the one person you were like, oh, that's a good pickup, is actually the best pickup we've had in quite some time. So go ahead. What was the reason why?
I mean, Tabitha, Ayton showed up that game too. I know you don't want to give him credit either. That's fine, but Ayton showed up. Marcus Smart played well too. Statistically, he's not going to show anything. He hit timely threes that we needed. So, but let me ask you a question, Tapas. So Lakers are 1-0, right? And obviously, I don't have one in the series either. No one predicted Kevin Garnett to be out, right? Kevin Durant to be out. Right? So Kevin Durant's out and Luka and Reeves are out. So Tappers, let me ask you this. If you had to pick a starting five from like combining both teams, who's your top 5 players from both teams together? If you take out Durant and if you take out Luka and Reeves, give me your top 5.
I mean, after last game? After last game? I mean, I would have put some more Rockets player, but after last game, I'm not putting the Rockets player.
But see, this is what I mean, right? When I said that playoffs, it's not only for players to step up, and I know you're gonna hate this, but it's also coaches not gotta step up too. They gotta have a game plan, right? No, I'm not. I mean, look. Everyone, okay, look, Tappers, I'm telling you right now, you're gonna hate my take on this, but everyone deserves a credit. It's not one person that won this game. Is everything, meaning like DeAndre Ayton did his part, Luke Kennard did his part, LeBron, who had 8 assists in the first quarter, he came out knowing that this was 2000 and a West Eastern Conference Finals against Detroit, where he set everybody up. He had nobody on his team at that time. Remember in 2007 when he in the first quarter he was making sure everybody got their touches, felt comfortable, and that helped more in the game. So I'm saying everyone did their part. AJ Redick had a game plan, right? And basically that game he out-coached, Ime Udoka, which I was surprised. Ime Udoka is a really good coach. So everyone did their part. I mean, Lakers, ironically, and they were out-rebounded offensively. 3-26 or something, man. There was 3 players who had more rebounds than the whole entire Lakers. I think it was Şengün, Thompson, and one more other guy had more rebounds. Yeah, more rebounds than Lakers. So, and then on top of that, they had double the possessions.
Not double, but yeah.
Almost double, yeah. Like
they 30 more. 30 more.
30 more attempts, right? Lakers played good enough D where those attempts didn't really matter. So obviously, Lakers didn't play a perfect game either. Lakers could have lost this game. They should have lost. I mean, if you look at those 2 stats, Lakers should have lost that game because you can't give teams second chances with that many offensive rebounds and second chance points. You cannot. And so knowing that the game was never that close, Lakers kind of had that comfortable 8-point lead, 6-point lead, and then they just took over and took a 15-point lead in the fourth. So Lakers won kind of comfortably, right? And what I'm trying to say is that the reason why I asked you that if you came into the series and if we would have taken Durant, Reeves, and Luka out, and if we would have picked top 5 players from both teams together, everybody, including myself, would have had LeBron in that starting 5, and then the other 4 would be Rockets. Agree or disagree?
Maybe I probably would have put Hachimura in there. I don't think Rockets' young core is that great.
You have Şengün, you have Thompson, and then you have Smith, right?
I think Jabari Smith, I think, is a little overhyped.
But overall, people will still pick them, over Hachimura, Jabari Smith or Hachimura, overall. So what I'm trying to say is that overall, Rockets have a better team, right? A better unit, right? And so for Lakers to come out and even just win a game is huge. And I'm not. Look, I'm happy they won one game. Look, my goal is to get hopefully to get this to a 2-2 series, and that puts Luka 29 days from his injury. You know, that's almost a month, right? And so today they saw it was noted that him and Reeves were at practice, right? So I still feel that Luka would come back if the series is tied. You don't think so?
No, I mean that's fine, but what is the point? I don't. This is what I don't get with Lakers. Like, what is the point? Is this team as constructed able to go and okay? Obviously, we can see. I think you and I both can agree. If Luka and Austin Reeves were healthy, they can beat the Rockets, obviously, right? But do you think this team don't give me this? Oh, you never know kind of no. Legitimately, after what we saw in the regular season and last year, can this team beat the OKC Thunder and then go and beat potentially the Nuggets and the Spurs next round? No, then what's the point? Why are we gonna?
But you still got to
Why
play.
are we
Though.
gonna?
But you
No,
still
I
got to
get
play.
it, but why are we going to? Because what happens? Because this Luka injury has been bothering him the whole year. It's the reason why he missed a lot of time earlier in the season. What happens if it gets worse? What happens if he gets sit out more than 6 months? Then what's the point? Like, what was the point of this? Why not just rest him up and be ready for it? Like, if like hypothetically, right, if the Celtics were out of the playoff, let's say they were in 9th place, do you think they would have rushed Jason Tatum back?
I have a question. Look, Tappers. See, you're okay. I understand completely what you're trying to say, right? If that was if that was the approach that every player or every GM or coach thought had that kind of mindset, like, okay, fine, even if we win this game or win this series, teams are going to get harder and tougher. Then explain to me 2008 Giants, explain to me 2012 Giants being the best team. I'm just saying, right? If they had that type of mindset, that what's the point to get?
You're naming one team in 160 years
Detroit Pistons,
that's happened.
Detroit Pistons in 2003. So why?
Okay, no, okay.
Hold on, if that was the case, Golden State Warriors, right, against Cavaliers up 3-1. Why even do that? Because we know Golden State's a better team on paper and anything. They still had to play, right? What I'm trying to say is a different animal. Dallas,
Okay,
Dallas Mavericks. No. If you have the same mindset,
you're
right?
misunderstanding my point, right? If Dirk Nowitzki was injured and then you rushed him back and then something happened, right? None of the stuff you mentioned was like LeBron was injured and then they rushed him back because they were down 3-1 in the playoffs. That's not what I'm talking about. If Luka was healthy, go play. I don't care. Let's see how far we go.
Wasn't a
so why are we rushing back a superstar, a legit MVP candidate for what you? Let's say he's 80%, and you already know OKC is a physical team. They're gonna beat the shit out of him if we pass Rockets. What's gonna happen? What happens if Luka? Then who are you gonna blame? Oh, Reddick.
No.
Luka was good to go. Right.
So right. But if Lakers played like this and they continue to play with this momentum and they win this series without Luka and Reeves, which I don't think they will, then would you mind for him to come back for OKC? That's pure healthy right there. That's 6 weeks.
If it's rushing back, I don't want him back.
No, it's not rushing back because it'll put him to like 6 weeks.
No, I know, but look at the history of this injury.
Yeah, I know.
He almost missed on MVP because of the same injury. He had the same lingering thing before the last few games before he actually got injured again. Yeah. So why would you do this? I just don't. As a Laker fan, we already know we're not good enough to win, right? Even with Luka, right? We know that. If we're being legitimate, honest with each other. Now we're gonna bring in a maybe healthy Luka, or possibly let's say even he's 80% healthy, right? He feels good. Luka is a competitor. He's gonna want to play no matter what, right? Obviously, he's like Giannis. He wants to play.
That's the reason he went to Spain, got that thing done too.
Exactly. Right? But like, what happens if it gets worse? Because this is, I think Chuck had it. Somebody had the same injury, and they said it got really bad where they had to miss 6 months because of the same injury. So, would you take that risk? Would you take that risk?
You have 5 months of off season, and then in the beginning of the
you're lying to me if you think that's legitimate. If you think 5 months of off season,
I wouldn't. Put it this way, I wouldn't rush him back if he's not ready to go. But what I'm trying to say is that if he is healed, where he has taken his time. In that case, if we don't, if he comes after Houston series, if we do win, then that's about 5 to 6 weeks, and that was the original 3 to 6 weeks. That's his time frame, right? That's what the injury says, right? So obviously coming back, he wouldn't re-injure it because it was basically healed, for him.
We don't know that. This is the second time this season he's been injured with the same thing.
I still
Right,
think
this is like
I still
the
think
Cavs. This is like the Bucks letting Dame play. This is like the Pacers last year. I mean, when he
yeah.
Halliburton had that torn calf, they still let him play, and he got Achilles. Like, what happened? We saw this
No,
the
I
same
get
stuff
your point.
happening. I just don't
Better,
understand
better to just keep him
why
out
would we
and
do
bring him
that.
back healthy. I get your point. I mean,
Yeah,
no, I get it. I mean,
because we're not built to win this season. Obviously, we can beat the Rockets, and
yeah.
if the Rockets don't have KD for next game, I give Lakers a good chance to win too.
Yeah, I get your
But
point, man. I mean, you rather have Luka
I
healthy
just
for next year where we're fully loaded.
exactly because
No,
he's the future. We don't want to shorten his career.
yeah.
We want to build a team next year because what's gonna happen? The Lakers get desperate, and then we sign LeBron to a ridiculous contract because we may need him again. No, I don't want that. If LeBron's come back for vet minimum, fine, go for it. But if Luka gets injured, he's gonna have all the leverage. Be like, you need me again. Pay me $50 million again. I'm not doing it. So that's all I'm saying.
No, I get it. But overall, what'd you take out of the game on Saturday, man?
It was a good game. I mean, it was a
Like individual players, were you impressed with
no.
what was
I
going
was not impressed. I was not impressed because this we've had so many podcasts this year where your players, right? Marcus Smart, Aiden comes in, they have one good game, and you're like, I told you, Tapas, you hating on for no reason. I told you. And then what happens? It all comes back down. He goes back to a triple. So this is the same story. I've seen it before. I've seen Marcus Smart go off before. I've seen DeAndre Ayton score 26 and 10. I've seen it. But let me see it again. DJ Redick, you said he should get a lot of credit. Yeah, of course. If the other team just didn't know they had their best player miss out the tournament before the game, of course they won't. The whole game plan is thrown out the door, right? Udoka did a terrible plan.
Honestly, to be honest with you, that
If the opposite happened, right? If LeBron sat out, let's just say if LeBron sat out
he
20 minutes
knew
before the game,
he knew it wasn't too hard for the game. Even Duka had a notion that it might be coming in on
it was
Friday.
a game time decision. Yes,
No,
yes.
Friday he was questionable, so that means they had
right.
I'm sure. I mean, Ime Udoka. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Ime Udoka is a very good coach. Where on Friday when that collision happened on Wednesday, where the knee happened, that's Sham Sharon said that he bumped the knee with a teammate on Wednesday. Right. I'm sure Ime Udoka already had a backup plan. Say there is a possibility KD might not be ready.
No, he didn't. He didn't.
Oh, come on, Tapper. You can't tell me.
No, he didn't.
You can't tell me he wasn't prepared for that, dude.
No, he wasn't.
Come on, man.
You telling me Redick was ready when Luka got injured mid-game?
No,
you can't make adjustments.
Games. We lost that game and the Dallas game.
Why? Luka's out. Why are we not adjusting? Why can't why can the game plan work then?
But Tapas,
if you're given 2 more games, right? Why wasn't stuff fixed?
We'll see tomorrow then. You think they'll be ready tomorrow without KD then?
If they don't have, yeah, I think they'll be ready without KD. I mean, they're gonna put up a better fight. I think it'll be a good game. I honestly don't know what's gonna happen, but I honestly don't think it'll be this bad because you're not gonna have another game where Reed Shepherd puts up 20 points. That's not going to happen again. That dude was jacking up shots like crazy.
He did 20 attempts, dude. That's insane.
Yeah. And Şengün only gets 19. I mean, that's not going to happen again. So my only thing is, right, it's a great win for Lakers. Obviously, we took advantage of them being down a player. So that was our biggest benefit. Because then, obviously, for Rockets, they just got to figure things out on the fly. Because KD has shown to have the similar kind of thing, but he's even though he looks very fragile, he's actually very, very resilient. He will play games even though he's slightly injured. He's not one of those players that will just sit out for no reason. So 100%. Obviously he's going to play. So that's probably what Udoka was thinking too. But Lakers got to, this squad, like I've seen this story with this team. We have one game ever so often where all of the role players are clicking. And we get on the brown ball, and they always happen the day before, or you and I have a podcast, and I gotta sit here, listen through all this, like I told you, blah blah blah. Then what happens the next 3 games? There are no shows.
You think it's good timing by them, bro? They know they know that they're
like, oh, we gotta win this
game. Their fan is going on the pod and gonna be happy about this.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
So, nonetheless, obviously good win for Lakers. I think it was much more competitive.
Yeah,
I think the teams were more equal now that KD was gone, because obviously we're missing 2 of our best players, and they're also missing 2 of the best players, KD and Van Fleet. So, I think that's
Van Fleet's been out for the year, so I don't really care.
Yeah, exactly. And even Steven Adams, Steven Adams would have done a good job against.
You would have been a better defender.
Dominating.
He dominated, brother.
He would have slowed him down, like how dominating slows down Jokic. But nonetheless, great win. So for tomorrow, though, what do you got? Lakers by how many?
Honestly, I still think Houston wins the series. But let's see what happens. I don't know how tomorrow's game is gonna go because Houston's gonna come out with a better fight. Obviously they outboarded us and they got more attempts, 30 more attempts. Mm-hmm. So if they get if they get the opportunity again, they're not gonna miss. So, I think it's gonna be a closer game. I think Houston wins it tomorrow.
Yeah, I got the Lakers.
With or without Durant, I think they'll win tomorrow.
If Durant played, I don't have Lakers, but if Durant played, I think I got the Lakers.
What if they win with Durant? Lakers. What you gonna? We got an emergency pod then.
I know, right? Honestly, everything that I think both you and I have talked about, and also most of the NBA media has said, like, this Rockets team, it just doesn't feel right. There's something fundamentally wrong with them. I don't know if it's their young core, they're just not ready, or if because honestly, after we saw what we saw on Saturday, I was like, I agree with Nick Wright. I was like, dude, we should make KD the MVP. Like, because that dude not being there, that team looks completely different without KD.
It's so crazy, man. KD takes away all their flaws. Like, so much flaws.
Exactly. Like, especially on offense.
Everything,
holy
man. Like,
moly.
That offense was so confused. Like,
yeah.
I was like, what? Like,
so, dude, again, Reed Shepard throwing a 5 for 14 on 3-pointer. That's crazy. There's no way he's not Steph Curry, man.
But what's funny? Reed Shepard is known to be a shooter, and he couldn't make anything.
Yeah, but he's just chucking at it. But
I was so surprised with that, man.
Great win for the Lakers. All right, let's see. Let's go over some of tonight's games. So, first and foremost, we had the Cavs beating the Raptors. I think both you and I agree this should be
that series is over, man. That series is over.
So the Cavs are up 2-0 at this point. Oh, no, they're up 1-0.
No, 2-0.
But 2-0.
Yeah, Cavs are up 2-0.
Yeah, 2-0. So that should be an easy one. Donovan Mitchell with 30 points tonight. Surprise of the game? I guess not for you, probably, because you picked the Knicks. I'm sorry, you picked the Hawks to beat the Knicks, but the Hawks beating the Knicks.
Wait, who did you pick?
I picked the Knicks.
Okay, you picked the Knicks.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way,
it's not 0-2. It's 1-1.
Hey, by the way, one of my friends went to Vegas on Thursday, so before the playoffs started. So I don't have the pictures right now, but I'll show it to you next pod. I'll show it to the public. But I did place a bet on Lakers win the series and Atlanta winning the series. I put where my mouth is, bro. Money, whatever you call that shit,
I'm telling you, why do you do this, man? Why? If you just donate money to the Mandir, man. Why are you just throwing money away?
$50 each, bro. $50 each.
You're just throwing money away. Why?
$50 each, man. That's all I gotta say.
The Hawks, I think, obviously they were down by 14 points. I think in the fourth quarter, they came back and took the lead. Knicks had a really good shot at the end, but Mikal Bridges is.
So tell me about that. They had one timeout, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I don't know why they had 6 seconds left after the 2 missed free throws. Why are you not taking a timeout? Getting Jalen Brunson.
Why not? He
was the reason why they were down by 4 with like 48 seconds left. He was the reason why they caught up, and then Mikal Bridges had to try and be a hero.
But why you don't want to use those timeouts, man? Like, what's wrong with you, dude? Like, you have them for a reason, man. I don't know. I was shocked with that when they did not use those timeouts and they just let it go.
I just, like watching the game today, I just don't I don't understand what the difference in coaching made with this team.
Wait, say that again?
Like, I don't understand. You know how they got rid of Tom Thibodeau, right? They brought in Mike Brown. What did this coaching make? What difference did that coaching make with the way the Knicks played? Because they still, it's like in the clutch, they just give the ball to Jalen Brunson, like, okay, do stuff. That was Tom Thibodeau's thing, and then Mike Brown today too. Like, all right, Jalen Brunson, here you go, find a shot, and everyone just stand around. Like, I don't understand what's the difference in this Knicks team and last year's Knicks team. I don't get
it. Their offense is a little more freer because Tom Thibodeau. And also, one major thing. He goes into their bench. Tom Thibodeau is known to run his starters 40 minutes. So that's the only difference.
But even today, I guess they have a little bit more bench presence, but I just feel like in the fourth quarter, it was just all Jalen Brunson, like, just trying to bail him out. He's doing it himself. Like, Karl Anthony Towns was like hiding in the 3-point line.
I already told you this was a wrong hire. They should have went with Mike Malone. He was available.
Yeah.
He was a proven coach. He's won a championship. Oh, why not go for him? Like, I don't know why they went for Mike Brown. Mike Brown hasn't won anything, man, besides taking the Cavs to the championship back in 2007. That's all. and nothing
I
else.
mean, he was the coach of the year for the Kings, right? But
But
then he
yeah,
got fired.
but how much was it Kings, or how much was De'Aaron Fox being an older player, getting older? And I mean, like veteran, more like experience
Yeah, more
wise,
mature.
and Sabonis. How much was that compared to Mike Brown's system? Because when he was a Lakers coach, he took the team down the drain. So I mean, I don't get it, but I don't know. I mean, they should have went with Mike Malone. He was available, and they didn't. So
yeah, I agree. I just I don't see the difference in this Knicks
and
team. They're very predictable down the hat.
And they were up, man, the whole game today.
Yeah,
Atlanta was out.
popping. I mean, they were.
I don't know how Atlanta came back. I didn't watch the ending. I was like, what the heck?
I mean, CJ McCollum took over. He was amazing. Why he had 32 point, I think, something like that.
Yeah.
But he took over. He had a good timely 3-pointer. He had some really good shots at the end. And then I know Jalen Johnson had that really good steal in the with 50 seconds left. But yeah, this was a surprise to me. I mean, I was watching the game. I was going to turn it off. I'm like, okay, the Nuggets will start soon. And all of a sudden, you just see Atlanta go on a run again. So I was good. All right, and then the last game that's currently going on right now, which is Denver against Minnesota. Minnesota's up now.
Dude, they're up. They're down by 17 or whatever.
I know. They're by 4 now. They've outscored Denver by 18 points in the second quarter already.
Dude.
I thought this would be a blowout, but by first quarter, it's going to be a blowout.
My agenda. I said this is no match. Denver won.
Yeah, this will be interesting, man.
Chris Finch is a really underrated coach, man.
Yeah.
Really underrated coach.
This is like one of the games where like Julius Randle will wake up and he'll play really well, which he is today. And then I think Anthony Edwards is a little injured too. I think he was like hobbling a little bit in the first half. First quarter.
I saw that. But let's see if they can complete it and win this game today. That'll be huge if they can win one game.
That would be huge. Yeah.
But I mean, besides OKC, the only other team that knocked out Denver was Minnesota in Game 7 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So they have the same cast, same everything except for Karl Anthony Towns in New York. That's it.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
All right, let's get into some other games. Another big news today: Wemby winning Defensive Player of the Year, first ever unanimous Defensive Player of the Year. Huge kudos to him. Spurs looked freaking great. Was it yesterday? I believe they played, right?
Yep.
It looked really good. Wemby looks unstoppable.
Blazers put up a good fight though, man.
Yeah.
They were taking so many punches, but they were able to just stay there.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, we all know San Antonio's going to win this series. I do give Blazers one game. They're playing so hard, man. You can tell. I think they'll probably win one game at home, but I like the effort. Danny had a great game, man. No one's talking about that, man. He had 30-something points, and he's playing out of his mind here.
The dude's a baller, man.
Yeah,
he's a baller.
And he should win, what do you call? Most improved player. Yeah, there you go. He should win that, man. He deserves it, Either him or Alexander, from Atlanta deserves it,
Mm-hmm.
And so, but yeah, man. I mean, I was just so surprised. Like Blazers kept on, they were there. It was striking distance. I remember in the fourth quarter, the lead was 15. They brought it down to 8 points, 7 points.
Yeah, they made it close. Yeah.
And so again, Wemby, man, when he's hitting fadeaway threes in the quarter,
dude, 5 for 6 from 3-point land, 35 points, and honestly, by Wemby standard, he didn't have a good game. He only had 2 blocks. He has 3 or 4. Didn't have many. He only had 5 rebounds. I mean, he had a lot of points, no doubt, but not a true Wemby game for him, which was just more surprising for Portland.
Which is crazy, man. And then at the same time, he broke the Spurs debut career high. Tim Duncan had it at 32, and he got 35. So.
And Tim Duncan was in the building too. That's crazy.
It's crazy. Did you get a chance to listen to his interview after the game? Not his on the court interview, but at the podium. Okay, so I caught a glimpse of a highlight of it, and it was Ramona Shelburne, right, from ESPN. She asked a question to Wemby, and I loved his answer, man. So yesterday, Tim Duncan and David Robinson were in the building at the game, for his first game in I think it was 8 years, 7 years or whatever. And Greg Popovich showed up at the practice the day before, right? At the practice. So Ramona Shelburne asked that, hey, how do you feel? What type of pressure it gets put on you when you have Greg Popovich coming to the practice the day before the game? And then you have Tim Duncan and David Robinson, the legends for San Antonio, showing up for the game, sitting courtside. What type of pressure mounts on you? And I love this guy. Stays healthy, man. He's gonna be. I'll be honest with you. If he stays healthy, he will go down top 4. I can't say top 3 because my top 3 is already, Jordan, Kobe, and LeBron. It's too good, But he'll go down as top 4, right? His answer was beautiful, man. He's like, I don't look at it as pressure. I'm paraphrasing. I don't look at it as a pressure.
Mm-hmm.
I just look at it as a helping hand, guidance.
Mm.
If I'm falling, I have all those people holding me. So it's not pressure. It just feels like I have guidance that they're there to help me. And like he just turned that question negatively, such a positively, saying that I welcome that because like they're there to support me, and he understands as a young player. He's like only 20 or 21. He understands that look, it's not pressure. They're there to help me, and so if I'm falling, they'll be there to lift me up, and which is true, and so but kudos. That's a great answer. Spurs got lucky by getting that lottery pick and getting the number 1 pick. But yeah,
I mean, honestly, I think NBA fans, we got lucky because he went to the right team. Yeah. Right. A lot of the first, first round picks and the first overall pick, they go to the shittiest team, and then they're fun to watch, but you just know they're not gonna get anywhere, right? But we're lucky that he went to a good city that can really coach him and that can utilize him and has a plan around it, and there's a good supporting staff. I think as an NBA fan, we also got lucky that he went to a good place too.
Exactly, which is great, I mean, it's funny because that year Portland was projected to get a top 2 pick, but they end up falling. Oh no, actually, sorry, Portland wasn't. They jumped in 2, but they end up getting the 3rd pick or something. And Scoot Henderson was drafted, I think, So
Portland got screwed twice by San Antonio. Oh, yeah. First by Tim Duncan, they missed out on him, and then they also put down Wemby. What can you do, dude? All right. I guess another surprise of the weekend was Detroit.
Huge surprise, man. Huge surprise.
Losing to the Magic down 1-0. Cade had a monster game. He had 39 points, I believe. But Magic just on a roll. I think after that loss in the play-in tournament, they beat the heck out of your Hornets that you had predicted were going to go into the semi-conference finals.
Time out, Tappers. I saw this in group chat. First of all, both of our brackets were busted. We both picked...
No. Play-ins don't count. Play-ins don't count. Okay? Play-in is not. Play-ins don't count. Play-ins are not playoffs. Play-ins are not playoffs.
Happens. It's part of the playoffs. You cannot say it doesn't count. You cannot say it doesn't count. It's part of the playoffs. They make
play-ins are not. First of all, play-ins are not considered
playoff qualifiers.
Games.
They're qualifiers. You make
qualifiers, yes, but they're not. They're not playoff games. So you have Charlotte beating. I mean, obviously, my brackets could still be busted if the Magic beat.
I have a question. So, okay, if Detroit loses, I still win then because play don't count.
No, your thing is still busted no matter what. But mine was busted.
Predicted Detroit going down in the first round though.
Right. But you have already failed from the start, right? You had the Hornets, right? Not the Magic. If you had just said 8th place would have beat Detroit, that would have been okay. But you said no, the Hornets are going to beat Detroit, right? I said Detroit's going to win that series. So I'm still good. You're the one that predicted LaMelo Ball was going to mature within a week.
And you know what? He played well second half. He sucked in that first half. He had like 2 points or 0 points, whatever he had. Did
you hear his dumbass interview afterwards? No. He said that they were running too many plays. Okay. What do you want the coach to do? He said, he's like, we were running too many plays, and we'll get them next time. What the hell does that even mean? Too many plays?
Isn't basketball all about running plays and having
exactly
some offense? This is not 24-hour fitness or street ball in New York.
Yeah, exactly.
What?
That was the weirdest answer I've ever heard. But nonetheless, obviously, Magic, our boy Banchero, that we both are not very high on, he showed up 23 points.
Yeah, I think he listened to Brown Balls, bro.
He probably did. He got motivated by us.
Because we talked so much smack on him, dude. And who the hell is two Indians trashing me so much, man? But I don't know, man. I'll be honest with you. They asked Banchero, why you guys playing better, Make it make sense. He said that after we beat Hornets, something clicked. So what happened to the other 82 games? I don't make it make sense. What didn't happen in the other 82 games that what Charlotte did that clicked?
All of a sudden you beat Charlotte Hornets and your whole season turned around. I know that's so mad. No, the Magic were supposed to be the Pistons of this year, right? They were projected to be they're projected to be over 50 wins team in the East, and they didn't get that far.
This tells you though, man, it's so funny because playoffs, either you either win money or you make money or you lose money.
Mm-hmm.
This shows you if you're Detroit and you have Jalen Duren coming up on your contract, he cannot be your second best player.
After one game, you already give up on him?
No, he's a good.
Like
No. I'm saying,
yeah. Yeah, okay, I
if
see
you're
what you mean.
Detroit best player,
You need a legit star with Cade, like a legit.
no, because
he's a good role player.
They thought Jalen Duren was going to be that second star
Yeah.
for them, right? He made the All-Star team and everything. They thought that he can become that dominant player next to Jalen Cade, right? But this kind of shows that, I know it's a little too early, but I'm saying look, tomorrow or Wednesday when they play, he could go for 20 and 20. Right. He'll shut me up, dude. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean he's don't hate me for saying this. Don't hate me for saying this. He's like DeAndre Ayton.
I agree. I completely agree with you.
So
he can't create for himself, man, and he can't catch the ball, dude.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think if the Pistons get bounced, not in I don't think they get bounced first round, but for sure second round. I don't think they're gonna bounce.
Look, whatever clicks is clicking for Orlando Magic, and I'll
beat the Hornets all of a sudden.
And I'll tell you right now, man. If it is clicking like that, Paul Bencher is saying, this is a wrong team that Detroit faced because, like you said, Orlando was supposed to be a top 3 team, and they're not.
Yeah.
Because of Franz Wagner's injury, not being healthy at all, and
he's getting healthy now.
And then now he's getting healthy, and they have a really good team. This team is supposed to be a top 3 team, and they're not.
Yeah.
And they're 8th, and so it wouldn't surprise me if they get bounced.
Yeah. And Brian Windhorst said this really well too. Like the Pistons and the Magic are two very similar teams.
Oh, yeah.
They both play defensive very, very physically.
Yeah.
They have one player who can go out there and shoot, but their offense is kind of up and down sometimes. The benefit of Magic is that now they're going to get Franz Wagner, who's a healthier version versus this whole season where he wasn't. So like they could be in trouble. And again, I still think the Pistons will beat, but I don't think they'll get past the Cavaliers second round.
But Tap is honestly losing game 1 when you're the number 1 overall seed. That's tough.
I mean, it's like last year, dude. It's like last year.
That's tough.
It's like the Cavs losing to the Pacers first, in the first round. You just kind of get shocked.
But look what happened, though. They didn't recover, right? Because they were shocked. They're like, "What the hell?" Like same thing with New York Knicks. They lost that game 1 in the Eastern Conference Finals. They couldn't.
Yeah.
Instead of playing with that confidence, they're playing reacting now.
Right.
Now
behind.
Everyone lost their confidence, right?
Yeah.
Besides Cade, everyone lost their confidence. Shit.
I mean, Pistons are still a young team, so maybe that was the first game they needed all these young kids, during everybody to kind of like shake it off.
Time, though, man.
I know. It's the worst time to have this experience, obviously. I get it. I think they also like kind of just rested the last 2 weeks, so they were also kind of not in the proper mode.
But sheesh, man, they're running into a team that's somehow clicking. That's what after 83 games they click.
Hey,
after 83 games,
man. I mean, the Pacers clicked it up at the right time too last year, so you never know.
I don't think Tyree said that he clicked. Third game he clicked for us.
And then as far as the rest of the playoffs, pretty much Celtics are going to beat the hell out of 76ers. I just love it when the 76ers are out there shouting, "We want Boston," and then you get Boston, and then you get beat by 30-something points.
Did they really think they're gonna beat Boston with no?
They said the same thing last year, and they got the ass kicked.
Even with Embiid or no Embiid, dude.
I know, and then you had the Boston fans shouting it last game. We want Boston to kind of mock them. I don't know where this kind of like confidence for Philly fans comes from. Like all of a sudden they just think they can beat Boston Celtics. Have you seen your own team play? Like I just don't see it.
I don't get it, man.
So I think Boston.
That's a wrap, man.
Yeah, it's a wrap. But the scary thing is Tatum is all the way back now. He's all the way back, which is scary.
25 points, man. His first game back in the playoffs.
If you were Jaylen Brown, how do you feel about that? Are you happy, or are you like, damn, I was MVP candidate?
I'll be honest with you, man. I don't know how their friendship is, but if you have any type of like Kobe mentality that people say, like, oh, Kobe, meaning like Kobe didn't mind playing with Shaq, but he was tired. He got what he wanted, which is championship. And then after he got championship, he's like, no, I want to get it by myself now, right? So, I mean, look, Jaylen Brown, man, he was an MVP candidate. He was like, in a conversation before Tatum comes. And now Tatum comes and people forgot who Jaylen Brown is and was, And if I'm him, man, I would actually welcome a trade, And I mean, he's still young. He's only 26, 27. Go to a team that that they can build around you. That how people like even I, not a Boston fan, but I was happy Tatum was back. Because he's like a good ass player. You should go to a team that wants you like that.
I mean, yeah, no, I agree with you. I think maybe he doesn't have the ego that Kobe had, right? Maybe he doesn't have that because he's a really good two-way player. So maybe he's like, okay, now that Tatum's back, I can just kind of chill and play defense, like what he wants to. Maybe that's what it works. But I don't know. I guess if they don't win the championship and he's not the main reason why they didn't, he's not the reason, like, or they didn't get enough opportunities and Tatum got all the opportunities, I think he might get kind of frustrated by that because, like, again, this is my team. I'm the reason why we were second place in the East Conference before Tatum came back, which is surprising to everybody because everyone had written out the Celtics this year, and then now he's back, and you just kind of hand the ball back to him, even though they're very similar players, like as far as scoring goes. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe they just have a really good chemistry and they just understand each other's role. Maybe they're like Scotty and Jordan.
Maybe they're happy. Yeah, they're happy. Like, Scotty and Jordan, like that. They're happy with what they have each other. But like the thing is, Boston fans forget, man. That finals against Dallas, Tatum was a no-show.
Yeah,
it was all Jaylen Brown, man. He played well. That's the reason he won the MVP. It was the finals. People forget, man. He was a key reason why they won.
Tatum sucked that series pretty badly.
Yeah, and so I don't get it. But
Celtics are all the way back. That series is definitely a wrap. And shout out to the dude. I mean, remember last year, Tatum, Dame Lillard, and Halliburton all went out around the same time eventually, right?
Yeah.
How the hell did Tatum come back so quickly? Crazy, right? Because Dame's nowhere near back.
Well, Dame knows. I guess Tatum knew that this team can still win a championship in the East or get to the finals in the East. So he's like, hell yeah, I'm coming back. Well, Dame knows my team's playing Wemby. I'm not coming back. And honestly, I think
I'm not rushing back.
And to be honest with you, Tyrese he's using David Robinson mentality or San Antonio mentality. The year that 98. San Antonio was a favorite to in the finals, and David Robinson went out right away, and then they shut him down, and he got the number one overall pick, and they got Duncan, right? And the rest was history.
Yeah.
And so I think Tyrese is using that as I'm going to recover the whole year, and they are, and Pacers how the top 4 odds to get the number 1 pick, so
right.
So that's what they're trying to do. Yeah. And I'll tell you, man, Pacers. No one's talking about next year.
It might be. Oh yeah, next year. They got rid of Miles Turner. They made a lot of good moves.
Bro, they got Zubac and Siakam still. So people are forgetting Pacers.
And this is going to be a top 3.
If they get a top 3 pick
draft,
they get top 3 pick. You still have Nembhard and you still have Naismith.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That roster is loaded. So they're the OKC of that conference. I'm telling you right now, man. That's how good they are going to be.
They will definitely give the Celtics a big fight. I think Celtics will win the East Conference this year, but they're going to be legit. Because Halliburton is a true point guard through and through. Like he is a true point guard, versus some of the other point guards.
I agree.
All right. Any other? 64 for now.
We went through all the series, right? We went through Detroit, Boston. We went through Atlanta.
Yeah, through all of them. Yeah. Thunder Suns, we already know what's going to happen.
But that's a wrap too, man. The OKC is just too good, man. There's no way. The only team that's going to beat them is the Lakers. That's about it. But.
So let me get your take on this. Yeah, right. The Lakers. Let me get your take on this. So right now, right, they're saying if Shea wins second MVP, that's if they win the championship. Many people have him, right? I don't. I am a Kobe fan too.
No, he's not, dude.
Many people have him not above Kobe as far as best shooting guard ever, but they have him above Dwayne Wade. What do you think? Kobe,
okay.
SGA.
You can't hate me for this. The career Dwayne Wade had, it was for a good 8 years, and that's it.
Yeah. He was very injured. Yeah.
So
he won what? 3 championships?
Yeah. 2 with
MVPs.
2 LeBrons and 1 with Shaq.
No league MVPs. No finals.
No, he won the first MVP for finals.
So final MVP, yeah. But not league MVP.
I mean,
so you would have SGA in front of D Wade then.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah. I would.
Yeah, I I know he would have more MVPs than Kobe would, but I just don't think because Kobe had 5 championships
See, the
and
thing is
like,
this, Tapas, Kobe fan that I am, I
mhm,
learned it the hard way. I don't think I think MVP is like a coach of the year. That it's like you move that award around, right? And Kobe could have easily, won like I want to say 10
he
MVP.
should have won. Yeah,
Like I
yeah,
mean, his teams were like so bad that he couldn't even be in top three. They're like either missing the playoffs or making the playoffs by 8th seed or something, And
right.
Kobe was putting crazy ass numbers. I mean, there was like I remember in 2006, like Kobe won like 10 games with like 60 plus points or
Yeah.
50 plus. Like that was ridiculous, man. Like and like obviously that should have just won an MVP. Like this year, Luca, like our friend, he texted us side by side statistics of this year's
Hmm.
points, assists, and everything. Luca was good in everything, better than
Yeah.
SGA, but the team performed better, right, for OKC. So obviously he's going to get it. So I think MVP is such an overrated award that I'm just like, dude,
Yeah, there's got to be some kind of clear distinction, some way, because I think Shaq says
you can't give it to I'm sorry, you can't give it to a player because the team is number one. I hate.
right.
I just can't.
Because Shaq said it best, right? He's like, I mean, I think he's still bitter about Steve Nash winning 2 MVPs when he was,
Yeah.
dominating with the Lakers. But like he said, like, he's like, I don't really care because the criteria for it changes every year. It's just whoever is number one and whoever has a better record is going to win somebody from there. So like, it doesn't make any sense, which I agree with. So 'cause I think because Luka put up monster numbers this year, absolute ridiculous numbers. And I mean, so did Jokic too, but obviously we know triple double, but. Luka also like he led the league in scoring. He was I think fourth or fifth in assists, something like that. So like
That's right. That's why
all
I like.
around.
That's why I like MLB awards like MVP. They go by statistics.
Yeah,
They don't go by the team's number one. They take
yeah,
that out of the equation. There's been so many times in MLB that a player has won an MVP and his team wasn't even top three or top two. The
right.
player played well, man. The MVP is most valuable player. It's
Yeah,
not most valuable player that contributed to your team. Meaning like your team doesn't have to be number one. I mean, there's been so many good players that didn't get MVP because their team was not top three or top four. I mean,
hmm,
and so I was like, come on. I mean, personally, I feel Wemby should have won this year. MVP. I
yeah.
mean, I think he had a.
I would want Wemby to win. Yeah, I
You
agree.
know,
But I don't think he played enough true minutes.
I'll be honest with you. Forget Wemby. I know they can't say this, but my MVP, like it or not, as I know I'm a Boston hater, but I give respect. Jalen Brown should
Jaylen
have won
Brown,
the MVP, bro.
he was
No,
leading.
everyone, including myself, thought that Boston would take this year because they traded Porzingis away, they traded Drew Holiday away, they don't have Luke Cornett anymore from the championship team. They traded all those players this year. Luke Cornett were last year, but I'm saying this year Drew Holiday and Porzingis were out.
Al
Everyone
Horford.
thought that Celtics were gonna retool and just get that top pick or something.
Yeah,
Jalen Brown kept that team top three the whole year by himself, man.
yeah.
Okay, without
I
Tatum.
agree.
I mean, tell me this: Jalen Brown's not going to get this opportunity ever again.
Yeah.
Why is he not winning
Eh,
the MVP? That's my question, right? Like, why? Like, it doesn't make sense. I don't get it.
yeah.
I hate it, man. And I this year I saw what Jalen Brown meant as a player and to a team that
Mhm.
needed him the most. He was putting ridiculous number, man, for
Yeah.
Boston. He was leading point getter, leading assists, and rebounder for that team sometimes.
But I think because Tatum came back, it
But
ruined
still,
his
he
chance.
came back the last 15 games. But
I know,
but what
but
happened to the other 65 games? That NBA wants people to worry about
right.
65
I
games.
hear you. I hear you.
Like,
I would want Jalen Brown, and even Cade Cunningham. I think he should be in consideration because the Pistons were number one by far. So like and he was the best player on that team. But Jalen Brown deserves his flowers for what he did and to hold on to that Celtics. After everything like you said, they went through all the trades and the Tatum injury. They could have just simply just folded and just tanked and not give a shit. Jalen Brown's like, no, we're gonna make this work. We're gonna figure it out, and they
dude,
did.
yeah.
I mean, he was my favorite, MVP up until Tatum came back. I think once Tatum came back, you just kind of knew, okay,
Yeah,
well,
but still, man, that guy put
sorry,
ridiculous numbers, man, for that team, and like what he did for
I know,
Boston, man. Like, I'm a huge fan of Jalen Brown, man. What he did, and like,
yeah,
that was great. That's what I'm saying. This MVP shit is so stupid. I get it. Shea is good. He has an unbelievable team because they had top 5 pick, top 7 pick every
hmm,
freaking year for the past 8 years, and they're able to nail on them, which is great. Sam Presti, kudos. But like, come on, man. If you take Shea if you take the way I say it is this, man. Most valuable player. You know what that means? Most valuable player for that team, right? If you take, I'll be honest with you, if you take Shai out of that team, they'll be still top 4.
Yeah, with Chad and
in the West,
they'll
be still top 4. And like that's saying, if you took out Jaylen Brown this year with no Tatum there, if you take out Jaylen Brown, that's a lottery pick.
Yeah.
If you take out Luka out of the Lakers, they're a lottery team. I'm sorry. With LeBron and Reeves, they're going nowhere. I'm sorry. They're not going to be even a top 8 or top 9. I'm sorry, in the West. Like, if you take out Wemby, that's still a top 5 team. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they still would be good. Yeah. Castle will still show up.
Most valuable player, man.
I mean, Durant should be in the MVP because the Rockets look terrible without him.
You also got to put up the statistics too, right? And Durant did. But I mean, I'm just saying, if you look at it that way, the most valuable player should be, right. it should be Jaylen Brown, then Luka and Cade. If you take out Cade, I mean, that team would be bad too. Kind of. They'll be still making the playoffs, but still in the East. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah. They got to make some clear guidelines for the MVP thing, so just so people know why it makes sense, right? Because Shake gonna win again, probably, right? Most likely.
He's gonna win.
But like many people, if you ask him, he's not even a top. Is he a top 3 player?
He is.
Like I would have
Jokic. It's him, Jokic, and
Wemby, right? But what about Luka?
Luka's 4. People are putting him on 4 everywhere.
Put Luka in there.
I know.
People Luka as top 3.
I would too, man.
Yeah,
it's crazy, man.
Jokic is an animal. Wemby is a freak of nature. Luka is crazy, as far as offense goes, amazing. Yeah, Shai obviously puts up points. No, don't get me wrong, he's a great player, but I just think the other talent is much higher.
So let me ask you another question, because the finalists came out, MVP finalists came out, Coach of the Year came out, man, and I'm sorry, man, I criticized Coach way too much, and he proved me wrong this year. But the finalist is JB Bickerstaff, Mazzulla from Boston, and one other coach, I forgot whoever is third. Honestly, what Joe Mazzulla did, man, this year, a unbelievable job. I understand Bickerstaff took they took a team from last year that made the 8th spot or 7th spot, whatever, to number 1 overall. I get it. Completely get that. Bickerstaff should have won last year, but he didn't. But it was Kenny Atkinson who won from Cleveland last year because they got the overall number 1 last year, right? So they won. So this year, Bickerstaff won't. It's either Bickerstaff or Joe Mazzulla, but I personally feel Joe Mazzulla did an unbelievable job, man. And he should win that Coach of the Year, too.
Yeah, so between Joe Mazzulla, Bickerstaff, and Mitch Johnson.
Oh, there you go. Mitch Johnson was the third one, yeah. And so I think what Mazzulla did was insane, man. What he had to do. I mean, think about the acquisition got traded. Like, you're talking about Porzingis, your leader, Drew Holiday, got traded. Porzingis gets traded. And you know how Tatum's starting the season. So you generally got to, how Jaylen Brown and all your bench players around him, or the role players like Derek White and them. I mean, that's a crazy job he did. And it kept him top 3, though, man. They didn't even fall to 5 or 6 ever. They were top 3 the whole time. Sometimes they're number 1, dude, and before Detroit took over, but that's a hell of a job.
I know, like, they started off strong, and everyone's like, okay, this won't last. They'll probably fall off again. They stayed with it. I like what Mazzulla, because Mazzulla is kind of out there, right? He's a weird character.
Super weird. Yeah.
See what he said? He's like, when he heard that he got nominated, like, I haven't made one basket all year. Our staff hasn't made a basket. We don't play defense. We don't get a block. We don't play back to back. We don't play hurt. We haven't done shit. He's pretty much saying it's all because of his players. Why he, I shouldn't be considered for this. Like, my players are the reason why.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a little out there, obviously.
Yes.
But I agree with you. I think Mazzulla should win because given the context of what the Celtics were, if Jaylen Brown is not going to be MVP, you got to reward the Celtics team something because they obviously were an incredible story this year.
Yeah.
Obviously, I think, Detroit, everyone projected them to be high because after the run that they had last year, and they had a good regular season last year, they projected them to be high. And obviously, you have Wemby, you should be a top 3 player. If you have a healthy Wemby all year, your team should be top 3, I feel like. So I agree. I think Mazzulla should win.
Sometimes I feel like they should give this, people who vote to a arbitrator and give them all the information they need. I mean, like, look, this is what they were, this is what they were, this is what happens if they don't have this player on their team, this is how they're, and let them pick. third party. At least people have no knowledge because like these people sometimes like some people love their guys, right? Like they're homers, right?
Yeah.
And like
it's like how Belichick didn't get Hall of Fame. Like so you have your biases, and some people will just always have it, no matter what you do.
I mean, like, look, I'm not a boss. I hate Boston, but I'm gonna recognize what they do, man. I mean, dude, they are good.
I agree with you. I freaking hate Boston too. My heart.
But I'm not gonna like do it because I hate the team. I'm not gonna hate the player. You know, it's like no,
Yeah.
you did a good job, dude. Like, you know, like
number 2 in the East. I mean, granted, East is weak, but like you know, it's still a very competitive
game. They want 50+ games, man. That's insane.
Yeah, dude.
It's insane, man.
All right, but quickly before we call this, let's kind of do an overreaction. If you want to do any updates to your bracket, obviously we know your bracket is busted, but let's see if you have anything you want to change. So I think we both had Thunder and Suns winning. The Thunder winning, obviously. Rockets and Lakers. Are you still confident? Rockets. What you said in 6?
5.
Still
5.
Yeah. You still with that, or you want to increase the games? Decrease?
So,
Lakers in 6.
I'm gonna pick Lakers in 6.
Oh, here we go. All right. Well, I mean, you have a $50 bet on it. So you gotta back that up, right?
Either 6 or 7. Lakers will take it.
I don't think 7. There's no way. LeBron gonna be taking a day off if it's a 7-game series.
We'll have a look at back.
All right. Nuggets and Timberwolves right now is Timberwolves up by 2 with the middle
I'm
third.
shocked with this game right now, bro. You have no idea how they're still in this game, dude. I previously had Denver in 5, but I think they Minnesota playing in the playoffs is something else. I guess I don't know, but I think this might go distance, man, and Denver might take it in 7.
I think still Denver in 5. I think Denver wins this game, and then that'll be the end of the conflict. Because this is like the Timberwolves giving their best shot right now. I think this is the best we can do.
Imagine if Minnesota.
I know, crazy. Spurs Blazers. I think we pretty much Spurs are all the way on that, right?
Oh yeah, 100. That's gonna be 5 still for me.
Yeah. Pistons Magic. So are you still confident with Magic potentially moving on in 6 games?
Yeah, Magic will take it in 6. Or 6, not 7. If it goes 7, Detroit's taking that shit.
I still have Pistons in 5. Cavs Raptors. Cavs pretty much at this.
That's 4 sweep.
Yeah.
That's over.
Ooh, Knicks Hawks.
I saw the Hawks.
1-1.
I saw the Hawks. You saw what the hell happened today. I have no faith in Knicks, bro.
Yeah, I know.
This is gonna be over in 6 in Atlanta. I'll tell you right now, dude. This series is coming back 3-1 in Game 5. Just like it'll be New York, they'll be down 3-1.
So they lose next. They'll win the next 2 games, and
Atlanta will lose the next 2 games. Atlanta will win the next 2 games, and New York is gonna come back and win Game 5, and Atlanta will cover it in Atlanta. This is over, dude.
I don't know, man. I still want to believe in the Knicks, dude. And honestly, the Hawks look freaking good on paper. That team is legit. They're just, yeah. You actually, I'll make a switch. I'll go Hawks 6.
Oh, damn! You're coming to my side, bro.
After seeing the Knicks the way they are, like, and I guess watching the first full game of theirs, I'm like, dude, what the hell? There's no difference in it. And then Celtics Sixers, I still got Celtics.
That's 4.
Yeah. To Boston's favorite, I have 13.5 points. Highest.
So, dude, so I made that $50 bet for Lakers to win.
Yeah.
This was before KD knew. So my friend did it Friday morning, and the news came out Saturday. He didn't play. The odds was really good, man. So 50 pays me like 275. I was like, God damn.
Damn. That's really good.
It's like, holy shit, that's not bad. But yeah, dude. Before we have draft coming up, by the way. I want to kind of get into that too.
Mm-hmm.
And you take. I mean, headlines is Jeremiah Love, the top running back. They said that if Cardinals at number 3 don't draft him, and then Titans at number 5 or 4, I forgot what they're at. If they don't draft him, he can slip all the way down to the Rams.
Damn. I mean, you guys have good tight end though, no?
No, running back. He's a running back. Jeremiah Love.
Oh yeah, Kyron Williams. Hell yeah, get rid of him. Oh yeah, do it.
It's crazy, man. I don't know, man. Do you have any expectation for? They're saying there's gonna be a lot of trades in this draft. There's a lot of trades.
Well, which teams are you looking at that should be trading?
I feel if you're KC, you should load up and go get players in this draft. Like Jeremiah Love will be perfect running back for Mahomes next year. Mm-hmm. Even though they got Kenneth Walker from the MVP for Super Bowl, he's not a long-term solution, you know? And so Jeremiah Love will be perfect for that team.
They need to get safeties.
What do you think about that trade, by the way? The Bengals made the dumbest trade ever, I think. Like they got Dexter Lawrence from Giants for the number 10th pick when they could have just paid the other guy a little more and kept him instead of him going to Baltimore.
I don't, dude. Joe Burrow's got to get the hell out of there, man. I feel for that guy. This franchise doesn't know what the hell they're doing.
Like, what are you doing if you're Bengals? Like, what are you doing? And then there's reports that Titans will end up getting AJ Brown by June 1st or after June 1st or something. That not Titans. Sorry, yeah, is it Titans? No, not Titans. Sorry, Patriots. They will get AJ Brown. Vrabel will get his guy, AJ Brown by June 1st or after June 1st for sure. They're saying
this is a good move. I think Vrabel can.
They need a receiver, and Vrabel loves AJ Brown, so.
Yeah, and they can control him. He'll control him.
100%.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Chiefs will have to do some moves. Mendoza's pretty much set, right? Number one.
Do you think? Do you think that? I mean, do you think he was number one? Do you think there's gonna be any shockers that Brady might pass up and go get something else, or
no? I mean, unless if they override Brady, I know Brady's a big Mendoza guy, so I don't know if he'll be the reason why, unless if the GM or somebody else decides.
Ty Simpson or Sampson or whatever.
I don't know. I feel like Mendoza's kind of a lock. We've been talking about him for a while. I know what's his name. Orlovsky tried to play Mendoza's accomplishments, and he got so much shit for that.
Freaking.
What has he done? Like, dude, he won the freaking national championship. What do you want him to do? But yeah, I'm interested to see how the draft goes. Which team? Okay, coming out of the draft, which team do you think will be the most improved? Do you think the Raiders will be the most improved right from the get go, or do you think, the Chiefs? Because Chiefs could definitely build around too.
I think Raiders. I'm picking Raiders will probably make the wild card next year, make the playoffs next year.
I mean, they're in the same division as the Chiefs, Chargers.
Dude, they got Kirk Cousins. They got Kirk Cousins, man, and they have new head coach who's offensive minded, and the top running back from last year that they picked first round, he struggled, but like they'll get him back. Yeah. They'll get him back to going what they're supposed to do because Chip Kelly didn't know what the hell he was doing with that offense.
Yeah,
and that might be. And Kirk Cousins is going to be rejuvenated. He finally gets to play. He doesn't have to look over his back. I mean, the back is going to be Mendoza, but he knows Mendoza's not going to be right.
Brady's not going to want to rush him out.
Yeah, anyway, exactly. So he's going to have a good full year without looking at anything. So I think Raiders are going to improve, man. They're going to go get players like to help that team, dude. I'm telling you. Yeah, I like what Raiders are doing. I like so far what they did.
Yeah. No, I mean, honestly, I love the Kirk Cousins. That is a genius move.
That's what I
know they overpaid for him, but still, like, I think it's worth it because Brady probably wants Mendoza to learn under a player like Kirk Cousins.
Exactly.
So what better way to do it? You might have overpaid, but you're kind of setting yourself up for the future.
Exactly. And then, that's about it, man. I'm excited for the first round. Rams actually have a first round pick after a long time, number 13th overall. So I do feel Rams will move that pick because they don't need a receiver or a running back. I think they'll probably move back and try to see if they can, get a next year or pick for next year again, and then try to move up next year to go get, Archie Manning, maybe. Who knows?
Replace Stafford.
Yeah.
Well, would you want the Rams? Let's say if they were to get that high of a pick, would you want the Rams to trade that to get Burrow?
Oh hell yeah!
Or would you want to get Archie Manning?
No, Burrow.
Right. I would want to make that move.
I would go get either Burrow or Josh Allen.
I think Burrow seems more likely.
Yeah, right? I know.
Because how shitty the organization.
But then again,
Josh might say.
How many heartbreaks will Bills have, man?
I know. I really feel for Josh Allen, honestly. Even though the former Pats fan, like I still.
He reminds me so much of freaking Matthew Stafford in the Lions when.
Yeah. Just right there.
Get over the hump, man. He comes so close, just cannot get over the hump.
He's right there, dude.
So yeah. I think, but but that's what I'm saying. I think they would draft Archie and then they'll do what they did to Goff and trade him, probably.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's end it there.
Yeah, man.
We got a lot of NBA basketball still happening. I think by the time we get next weekend, we'll probably have our first week.
I mean, the only other MLB news is Edwin Jackson.
Yeah.
Edwin Diaz out for 3 months for Dodgers.
Oh shit. I didn't see that.
Yeah, he had like a loose cartilage or bone in his elbow or something, so they're shutting him down for 3 months. So he's not going to be playing for the summer at all. He's going to be back probably August, I'm guessing, at this time frame, closer to playoff time, August, September time. So yeah, he's shut down for 3 months. So he's gone the whole May, June, and July. So he'll be back in August, man. So that's fine. I mean, hopefully he's right. That's what we need in the playoffs,
Yeah.
So.
It's always our pitching.
So Tanner Scott, he gets to redeem himself from last year. Hopefully he fills the void in really well, and tries to show that he's able to do it,
Yeah, I mean, the Dodgers started off really hot.
They lost.
already. I know they lost to
They
Rockies.
lost. Yeah, in a while they lost like what 2 straight games or something or three.
Yeah.
Coors Field wasn't good for us this time, man. Today we won, I think.
Yeah. Any team surprise you this year so far?
Mets are Cubs. Cubs are not playing well, man. They're supposed to
And
be
the
good.
Phillies.
Yeah. Mets is struggling though, man. I'm surprised with that. With that salary cap too. Sheesh.
Oh yeah, it's right.
That salary cap is pretty
Lost
bad.
11 straight. Oh. Yeah, I think we just look really strong, dude. I mean, I worry when the Dodgers are doing a little too well. I want us to be like okay, like
Exactly.
just not overly like great, just kind of like last year was perfect,
Exactly. And no, I mean, I'm just shocked like that, Las Vegas A's in that case are number one in the division right now. Even though the division is close. Houston's last right now. That's a shocker. Atlanta,
Well, hey,
remember
the team you called? Yeah, I said I was just gonna say the team you called, Braves are legit.
I got a lot of fucking DMs of saying, "What are you talking about? Phillies is the second best team in national." I'm like, "No, you're not, Lee. You don't know what Atlanta has. They're number one in that division, man. They're 5 games above the Marlins. They're 16-7, man.
Damn.
I'm telling you, I knew what Atlanta had. I'm telling you, they're
you called it. I give you props for that. You called it way ahead of time.
I was like, don't sleep on Atlanta, man. But yeah, man, Cubs are struggling. Milwaukee, the hot run last year they had, they're struggling. But
it's only like a game or 2 games away from the third, so that whole division is kind of like.
But Mets, man, 7-15.
That's tough, dude. They were third. Oh no, they have the 4th highest salary cap, right? Behind the Dodgers, Yankees, and Blue Jays, right?
Blue Jays, yeah, and Blue Jays is struggling too, man. They're 4th in that division too, 9-13. So it's crazy, man. It's crazy. But yeah, man, I'm more shocked with like New York Mets and Houston Astros, man. That's like shocker to me.
Yeah, Rockies, you expect them to suck.
Yeah,
and the Giants for sure. But yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised about Blue Jays struggling. They looked.
It's a hangover, man. You're not gonna get over it. It's a hangover you're gonna have that you lost in the World Series, man. It's tough. I mean, especially when you come down to 1 strike away, 1 out away, dude, to win the World Series. Dude, come on, bro.
Gotta sting.
That's like that's the equivalent for NBA Finals. You're up by 1 with 2 seconds to go and you lose. Like, come on, you don't tell me you're not. You're 2 seconds to win when it's like you're gonna lose that game. But yeah, man. But that, man, I want to get that in for the Dodgers. Edwin Davis, man, for 3 months. So.
Hell yeah, dude.
But yeah, man. That's
all right, brother. All right, we're gonna call it there. All right, Brown Balls, we are out.